Some
Evil
fucked up
Ape?
people. Yeah, so I
Tell
don't
me
know.
about this guy,
Yeah.
Evil Ape.
So do you guys know what NFTs actually are?
Dustin's explanation of NFTs. All right, you guys ready? Here's something I made on MS Paint. Maybe I used a better program. Doesn't really matter, but it's mine. You want to buy it for $5,000? Sick.
You pretty much got it.
Digital art.
Yeah, so like there's a lot to it, and it's gonna be around for a while, and it's gonna slowly kind of evolve into what it's supposed to be, but most people don't really realize the potential behind it. So there's this one guy, he's called his AKA Evil Apes, I believe his name was. But yeah, so he was making this project. He sold a bunch of people these pictures of fucking monkeys. So when
Badass pictures, by the way.
they were pretty cool actually, yeah.
Mhm.
So by buying these NFTs, the idea was the funding from all of that was going to go towards making this cool Ethereum-based game that these people who now own these NFTs, they were going to have those as characters, and only the person who owns the NFT could use that character. So now you have an internet-based
dope.
game. It's a really cool idea, and I think that's where the future of NFTs lie, of like tradable video game parts that are only
Exclusivity.
exactly, yeah. So then there's actual rare things that can be passed around in real life that can only be played in this online game. That's a really cool idea. So this person was supposed to make this game, and as soon as he got all of the funding, which I believe was about 2.9 million, just disappears. Disappears. The entire wallet is
Ghosted.
funded. Just emptied, and no one can find him or anything.
Man had a good plan.
Right? So there's like scams like that popping up everywhere, and there's really like nothing many people can do about it, because technically a lot of people have filed police reports, and there's no actual scam that ever took place because they got exactly what they paid for. They paid for an NFT of a cool picture of a monkey, and they received it. So they're all pissed because now he's just gone.
Yeah.
So-
This is how Brian Laundrie's still on the lamp. He's got his
He was the
offshore
fucking
accounts
evil
going.
ape guy. Yeah, so I would just find it so hilarious if this was just a big PR stunt, and this guy is actually developing the game, but behind closed curtains, and he's gonna come back in like a year or two, launch the game. Everyone who was pissed and fucking burned their wallet and got rid of their NFT is just gonna be so pissed off, and then all of the NFTs that are left over for these characters are gonna be worth way more because they're gonna be almost rare by that time, right?
Limited supply and demand.
Yeah, so like
How
I
many
like
people are gonna
probably
sell
not,
these
but
things?
exactly for like pennies. Like I think one person spent like $20,000 for like a couple of the NFTs, and
Ugh,
they're probably
yikes.
worth like pennies now, or like they're literally just collectibles at this point, right?
Yeah.
So
yikes.
more than likely that guy's somewhere in Mexico living at large, but I would just find it hilarious if he came out of the woods and just launched the game out of nowhere, right?
And then just let everybody have apes that look slightly different than the NFTs that he sold everybody. So it's like, yeah, you can play for free. These guys, they just got exclusive ones.
Yeah.
You got your free ape right here. Don't
It'll-
worry.
More than likely, if
That's
so,
so
let's say
funny.
the game actually did come to fruition, it would probably be something like that, where you
Mm.
could at least play the game, but then all of those people who bought those crazy characters, they're all going to have like special stats and like essentially be a different league of within the game, right? But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
That's definitely like a complete hustle, though. Like I'm assuming he's not making the game. I'm just like, man, this guy hustled them so hard.
Yeah,
Imagine having 20K to just like drop on NFTs and be
Yeah.
like, this is fine.
right?
Like what?
It's all those Bitcoin billionaires who mined 50 Bitcoin out of nowhere, out of curiosity back in the day, and now they're just multi-millionaires for no fucking reason. They're like, yeah, $20,000 for a couple of pictures of apes? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we cool video game for my kids. What?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they just don't give a shit.
Some
right?
YouTubers and stuff, they'll buy an NFT that's a little bit obscure just for the content of like buying it, showing it off, saying that they've got this exclusive thing. They're like, oh, it cost me 50 grand, but I made 300 grand from the YouTube clip. Like,
Yeah.
so it's an investment for them.
Yeah, it still is art at
so
the end of the
silly.
day. A lot of them, so like sometimes like a good NFT is you buy the digital art, which anyone can just screenshot it and take it. Like, haha, I fucking beat the system. But when you own the NFT, there's like special links inside of that wallet, essentially, that you can open up, and then you have exclusive content within the wallet itself. So then you kind of have more access to different versions of the picture or different types of pictures, kind of things like that.
And I guess
So there's a reason for it, but most of it at this point is just people trying to scam other people by selling fake art. But
yeah, I guess it's kind of similar to the sneaker game where you buy an exclusive sneaker and it's for some reason you can buy it for 300, resell it for
I've
20 grand if
never
it's the right
understood that.
one. But if somebody buys one for like 5 grand and it's like, oh no, the tag's on the wrong spot, this is a fake, now it's worth nothing.
Yeah.
It's the exact same shoe, it just has a tag in the wrong spot, so now it's
Yeah.
worth nothing.
I've got some fake Yeezys. I found them at the thrift shop. They look stupid. They're those like zebra stripes, but they're so comfy. They're so good.
It's crazy when you look at like places that sell Yeezys or like the shirts like at Port Renfrew. Have you ever went there?
No.
It sucks. It might not even be the right place. It's some place where you can buy a T-shirt for $750
Oh,
and like
yeah.
wow.
a little fluff for your
I've seen
keychain
that
for
place before.
$300. Because like I was
Wow.
walking
Just
around
people
and
with money.
I went in the store and I'm like, wow, this place looks like dog shit. Like every shirt looked like shit. The shoes were terrible. And I'm looking at the prices like, this is just for assholes. Like assholes that are like, oh no, you don't get it, man. You don't have enough money to get the fashion. It's high fashion again. It's
Hey.
bullshit. It's just
I
made up
remember when I was in college, we went to the small and we went through like all the fancy stores, and we're just like, yeah, let me just look at these shoes, and like, oh, that's rent. Oh, oh, that's double rent. like, yeah, I'm in the wrong place.
shit.
I had that same thing. Went to a couple years later. I was like looking to go buy a jacket. I was looking for like a nice like trench coat style jacket. Walked in the first store I walked into. I looked at like the first jacket. I'm like, it's probably only gonna get more expensive the deeper I get in this place. I'm just gonna leave now.
This is their sale price. I'm
Yeah,
out.
This is the clearance rack, and I'm like, oh shit.
I do not belong here.
It was like 5 times my budget. I was like, all right, I'm out of here.
Oh man.
The stores kill me. I'm just like, nope. Lacoste shoes for $700. Why? They're not that nice.
People
Yeah.
with money, man.
People are crazy.
It's unreal because I've seen some like shoes, jackets, sweaters that are like pretty decent price, decent wear, like feels good. And then you'll see the ones that just look they just look off. And I don't understand where they come up with the pricing. Like if it's just straight up supply and demand, this
It's
is
the
a
name
rare
brand.
item. Or yeah, I guess the name
You
brand.
see all these kids in LA rocking like $3,000 Supreme like tracksuits, and you're like, that looks like shit. That's not even a good design. It's kind of ugly, to be honest. Louis Vuitton, almost everything they make looks ugly, but it's Louis Vuitton. It's Supreme.
That's like Champion. Champion was what the poor kids like. I used to wear Champion. And it's like, oh, that's the kid that has one parent. Like it was never like this is the guy, this is a cool guy at school. Now they're wearing like Champion sweatsuits, Champion
Fucking
backpack.
marketing, bro.
I don't even know how they came back from the dead, but props to them. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, that's resilience.
It really
honestly.
because that I thought Champion died a long time ago. I thought they were extinct, and now all of a sudden they're like literally up there with like Champion or with like Supreme. They're
Mhm.
like top end.
Man, I remember when I was younger, me and a buddy found this website, and it was like a e-commerce drop shipping website before any of that was ever a thing. Like this was a long time ago when like dubstep was first getting discovered.
Wow.
Yeah, a long
You just
time ago.
dated us.
That's a-
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So I remember we were like looking at this website, and it had like all of these Supreme shoes and all of this different crazy clothing for dirt fucking cheap, and it was so easy to get. I think my buddy got like one pair of shoes, and they were pretty cool. But we were talking about like, man, this is such a cool brand. Like, wouldn't it be so cool to sell this stuff? Like, look how cheap it is off of this website. And then we fucking never did it. But like, man, if I had followed through with that, it would have been like the first fucking drop shipper around.